City of Mission Economic Status Report. Teclo Garcia. He's the Economic Development Chief for the City of Mission, back in the studio. I just finished a conversation with our amigo Isaac Tawil in McAllen, right next door.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the major points is retail sales off the charts in McAllen. In fact, they had like the record-setting month recently in McAllen.
Yeah.
So let's come to Mission. Are you seeing some runoff, similar synergy, energy in Mission of late when it comes to retail sales?
We're doing well on retail. We don't have the exponential growth that McAllen has, right? You see shopping centers and strip centers going up in McAllen. Seems like every other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Mission is obviously a much smaller market. However, we're maintaining our numbers from last year, which was a record number. I can tell you that in the last 5+ years, Mission retail sales taxes, if you look at kind of big picture, we're up 70% from 5 years ago, right?
That's crazy.
And so this year has shown that we are relatively level compared to last year.
Mm-hmm.
We should end up the year at about 30 million. For perspective, McAllen should end up around 100 mil plus, right?
Yeah.
So we're doing about a third of what they do, and that's been about normal. But for us, we see some new retail coming in. We're excited about it. We've got space on the expressway. We're recruiting. We were just at the ICSC conference, and
that is for retail, right?
Yes, the International Center for Conference for Shopping Centers, and they have a regional meeting, and then they have a national meeting in Las Vegas. This one and was usually in Dallas, but it was in San Antonio this time. And you got to go there, and you got to create meetings for yourself before you go. That's where the work is really. People think you just show up and you put your shingle out and you just people come to you. Well, the retailers are the hunted, right? And we're the hunters. You know what I mean? We're trying to bring retail here, and we've got some exciting possibilities. We should have some announcements coming in the next 90 to 120 days for some retailers, new retailers to Mission. And but we're seeing growth. We've got we're gonna do a groundbreaking for a restaurant here in the next couple of weeks for Mission. Don Pepe's is going to build a Mission restaurant. We're really excited about that. We've got Chipotle opening, and we got some other restaurants that are opening in Mission. But even with all the retail, here's what we have to do. We have to create jobs so people have the money to spend.
Mm-hmm.
You can keep getting more retailers over and over and over, but they're just splitting money, right? You got to have new jobs. You got to have tourism. You got to have new money injected into the system.
Well, it seems that it's on the way. We're very excited and looking forward. We've been teasing this for a long time, but now that we know that the ink is wet, it's been signed. So McAllen, it's like McAllen, Mission, Edinburgh. For those of y'all who are new to the area, it's like a collection of all these 4 or 5 cities, but it's one market. And in Hidalgo County, plus a million plus people, but the destination point is McAllen or Edinburgh right next door, and Mission, and here in Mission. FAR has a lot of family attractions as well. So the numbers just keep on pumping, keep on growing. Retail, construction, those numbers are off the charts. But new money, new jobs, like McAllen, thank God, we got some big outfit coming up. Hundreds and hundreds of really good paying jobs coming to the McAllen area. And you'll work closely with McAllen on synergy.
Any time you get an employer that comes in, create jobs, whether it's Mission or McAllen, Edinburgh, these are regional positions. These are regional assets.
Mm-hmm.
You and I were talking off line here about Ubiquity, the company that moved into
the call
Mission,
center.
The call center, right?
Which I met recently at that job fair they had in McAllen. And it's full-time jobs. I thought it was like college part-time jobs. It's full-time jobs.
No, I'm sure there's part-timers there, but these are full-time jobs located here in Mission, and these are inbound calls. This is not a selling situation where it's outbound. They have contracts with anybody from the VA to other medical services where they provide customer support or back of the house kind of situation for different companies. And these are good jobs. However, I'll tell you that even though they're located in Mission, when we did a survey early on, only about 38% of the employees were actually in Mission.
Yeah,
and that's normal, right? So if McAllen is able to land an employer, great. That's great for the region. SpaceX, at the Seed Building, our facility here in Mission, we have SpaceX contractors in there, right? And they're driving to Brownsville every day, right? We have a vending machine distributor, right? Or folks that own vending machines. They have them at the LNG plants, right? And so they're moving goods and drivers back and forth from Brownsville. This is a regional economy.
I told you, dude.
It doesn't matter really where it goes. It's a little bit to the city, but not so much.
You and Fred and I, we should have done a taco truck and gone daily to the LNG plant, and we'd made a killing. We'd be sipping margaritas in the Caribbean, finding all the cash money hand over fist. Teclo Garcia is the Director of Economic Development for our city of Mission. There's another major, one of the last conversations you and I had was this aluminum company manufactured like recycle. Tell me about it, because that was a big announcement a few days back. People need to hear about that.
Yeah, no, we've tried to make plenty of hay of it. It's a $50 million metals recycling plant, primarily aluminum. It's called Century Recycling. From the owners are from Mexico City. They have a plant outside of Guadalajara, about an hour. It's one of their main plants, and we went to go visit that plant about 2 weeks ago. Thank goodness we were there 2 weeks ago and not this week.
Wow!
But we're very impressed. But the plant that we saw is only half the size of the plant they're going to build here in Mission, right? And again, it's highly automated. Not a ton of jobs, maybe about 60 to 70, right? And so these are highly skilled. The workers are going to be trained. We've already reached out to some local higher education institutions to try to figure out how we can get that training besides in-house training, but otherwise. And so now you're talking about expanding your tax base, creating real jobs, and those folks will have money in their pocket to spend in Mission, in McAllen, at South Padre Island. We have to create jobs in order to get people in the bar. You just can't always just add more retail.
No, and with a commodity like that, like a resource like aluminum, job security, man, 50, 70 different employees, 50, 70 different new homes and careers.
And they're going to source their scrap metal from the U.S. and not Mexico. Okay. So they're going to, it's going to be put on barges and trucks and rail and brought down here, and then they're going to create aluminum. And as those guys always say, you can never stop recycling aluminum. It'll keep recycling forever. Sometimes you have to stop with steel or other metals, not aluminum. You can keep recycling forever. And so they're really excited about being here. They know the valley, understand the valley, and that's just one of a handful of companies, maybe 5 or 6 companies that we're dealing with right now from Mexico, who are wanting to invest in the U.S. for a variety of reasons. And so we're looking forward to try to make those announcements here in the next several months. Sometimes these things take time, but we want to create jobs. And Mexico has not been a leader in foreign direct investment in the U.S. It's still Germany, it's still the UK, it's still Japan and Korea, right? The traditional economic powers. Even though Mexico's right next door, they've been more a receiver of investment. They've received hundreds of billions of dollars of investment from Asia or U.S. companies who are in Asia for them to try to cut down supply chain risks and get closest to their biggest market. And so they've had anywhere from batteries to auto companies, all located in Mexico, so they can be closer to the U.S. We should take advantage of it. We're in the geographically perfect place to take advantage of this stuff. So we're working on those companies. We hope to make those announcements soon. And more than that, forget the announcements, create the jobs. We want to create the jobs for people.
Teclo Garcia, Director of Economic Development for our city of Mission. You know what else recycles like in perpetuity, like forever and ever? Davis Rankins.
His
wardrobe.
He's
still wearing stuff from the 60s.
What about his gel?
70s.
His hair gel.
He does not have much gel. He does not have much hair
left for the gel.
You don't need that anymore. Maybe to shine la pelona. On the construction side, you mentioned earlier that home construction. We're strong. So some of the numbers.
Like Mission's a smaller community. We're about 90,000 people, but we have a lot of activity on the construction side. Again, over the last 5 or 6 years, we've had about $500 million worth of residential construction, single family homes, right? About 30 to 40 every month, right? And neighborhoods and subdivisions popping up all around the city. Mission has a lot of assets in terms of whether folks want to be in a certain school district, or they want to be close to the bridge, or they just want to step out of the McAllen-Edinburgh area a little bit. Mission has been very well positioned to grow that way, and so we've also seen a tremendous growth in the condo and apartment market, right? And not to rent, to own, right? And so we continue to see. Last year, I think we had 350 permitted condos, and the year before that, a little bit less, but before that, it was like 25 or 30. Suddenly, it shot up, right? And so some of that speaks to affordability. Some speaks to the market that people that are under 40 or under 35, they don't mind not having a big yard. They just want a place.
Yeah.
And so
nowadays, the way things are today.
Yeah. And so we're taking advantage of that. We have a lot of international clientele as well. And so, there's a lot of growth on that side. We've got subdivisions again in South Mission, North Mission. We got the Killam development folks that are going to build 700 new homes just south here.
Near the bridge.
Yes.
Closer to the bridge.
So, it's moving.
Which brings me to the rapid fire. So I'm going to have to do
rapid
this
fire
with you. Okay. Real quick. Ansel Lewis, Bridge, latest. What's up?
Same position. The last time I came to report.
Okay.
Waiting on some of the federal stuff to settle out in terms of
on our side,
both sides.
Okay.
In terms of equipment and training.
Okay. Cimarron,
we hope to close by the second week of March.
Mm-hmm.
And
as far as selling it to somebody.
Yeah, ownership group from Mexico City.
Okay.
/ Mission. That is going to buy the Cimarron.
They're going to keep the golf course and everything as is. Just going to refurbish. That's the whole idea.
Right. They have to keep the golf course, and so we're looking forward to them investing anywhere from $8 to $18 million to restore the course.
Okay. Good. So good buyer.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hopefully you guys. Okay.
Yes.
And nighttime golf, which I thought was fascinating. What's the status report?
Yeah. Just the lights and all that wasn't the challenge this year. The challenge was the greens. Right? Didn't get the weather and the watering. So easy to put up lights.
Yeah.
It's hard to control Mother Nature and all the grass and all that kind of stuff.
No, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I was going to say 2 words, or maybe it's one. AstroTurf. Just make it one big putt
that'd
golf.
make them really fast.
Golf course. Right.
Greens, yeah.
Hey, anything else you need to mention before I let you go?
No, we're just we're on the cusp of announcing some really big projects in Mission on the industrial side. We just got to keep working.
And I would hope that all the energy we're getting in the valley from, what Orly's working on there in Harlingen and call centers with the Port of Brownsville, of course, Elon Musk and McAllen over here. I hope that all that is helping to create the energy that you need on the economic
What about Progresso Lakes?
Yeah.
Are they coming around, right?
Yeah. What, they get a McDonald's or what? I missed that one. Or are they getting, what is it, the cleansing burrito, the Chipotle place? So,
hey, we're getting the Chipotle Mission. We're happy about that.
All right, Phil. Thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome.
That's Teclo Garcia, Director of Economic Development for the City of Mission. Sports next on 710 KURV.